going straight up. Not out. All right, take 17. That's what they produce in the burbs of Philly. They got Fresh Prince, but he's from the streets. I'm from the burbs, farmland, such as this.
Yeah.
Is it as picturesque? I can't say, but beautiful area. The burbs of Philly, Worcester Township. Lived there my whole life until I went off to school. Loyal to the east. Yet came out to Flagstaff a couple years ago. Loving the west, loving the altitude, and
Becoming a cowboy. You got an RV.
you ever heard the song "Sweet Baby James"? This starts with, "There was a young cowboy who lived on me." Rocked by Sweet Baby James. I'm not becoming a cowboy. I've always been a cowboy.
From Philly.
From Philly. Yes, I know it's odd, but you're looking at one.
And this cowboy eats Philly cheesesteaks.
No. I mean, have I had some Philly cheesecakes? Yes. If I didn't.
Cakes, steaks. No, not cheesecakes. Philly cheesesteaks.
I've had my share of steaks
Yeah.
from Philly.
Okay.
Philly cheese steaks. Had my share of Philly cheesecakes as well.
And which one do you recommend? If you could only choose one for the rest of your life to eat every single meal.
Oh, geez. If you put it that way, cheesesteaks.
Cheesesteaks.
Because the cheesecakes are a commodity. They come by rarely. I'll tell you this. My dad got a little sick. This is no joke. He was in the Philadelphia Wing Bowl global event. And by global, I mean at least national. Take 30. He had to eat a pig or parts of a pig and not like your usual pulled pork. I think he ate like the snout. We're gonna have to fact check this, look up Tailgate Russ. But he ate some wonky stuff that got him into the Wing Bowl, hosted in Philadelphia.
So he had to qualify for the Wing Bowl.
Yes, with some extraordinary eating feat. Did he compete in the Wing Bowl? Yes. Did he make it to the top 10? No. Did he win the Grand Entourage Award, meaning entrance? Yes.
What was he wearing?
He was being walked in. This is a big man. Yeah, he 14 marathons under his belt, 6
Yeah.
Boston,
Best time?
234.
234, and then charging into the Wing Bowl with the entourage.
Weighing at least 234 pounds.
Weighing in 234 before the
At
wings
least.
or after the wings?
Before. So Pops got his running in early,
Okay.
as he likes to say.
Yeah. Got it out of the way.
Pseudo professional eater, post running career. I might be headed that route. I hope not, even though I like my cheese steaks and cheesecakes. So, why am I telling this story? I now have no idea why it's relevant.
Well, we're telling the story about his entourage.
Yeah.
What's in his entourage?
So he walked in, he had people kind of like pipes, almost like a king. You know, this silly like shebang. And he was Tailgate Russ. He's this like chef, so he threw these massive tailgate parties for Philadelphia Eagles games. And he won the Grand Entourage Award. They suited him with the great watch. That was his winnings. Not like a Timex. My 14. Here's the secret, folks. This is not a GPS. It's not a G-Shock. It's not $200.
I like Garmin.
It's not a Garmin. It's $14.88. Walmart bought. You can't even save the chrono. You want people like to flaunt the blue collar vibe in the running world. This is blue collar. You can't beat
But
this.
there's got to be a lot of cool stuff in there, is what you think.
It's what you'd think, but it's not true. They do have the Indiglow. So if I'm running late at night, I can always hit the Indiglow feature. I went to tell Ryan, I went to tell you once that I was going to bleach my hair.
Yeah.
And I was kind of, my dad kind of more, I don't know, I could say militant, but like straight and narrow kind of guy.
So he wins the Entourage Award.
Ironically though,
Yeah.
because that's a totally goofy scene.
Because he probably had bleached hair, maybe naked women walking behind him.
I will say this,
Imagine what was in the entourage.
I wasn't there for good reason. For good reason. We'll leave it at that. So, I go to tell you, you remember this? At the track, I knew you left. We're doing a workout. And I'm about to tell you, and you're like, wait, don't tell me. You're dating my daughter. Back to the G-Shock.
Okay, G-Shock.
And by G-Shock, I mean Walmart bought.
So, yeah,
Not
why
a G-Shock.
Why don't you tell everyone what kind of watch you would recommend
Sure.
for them to go out and purchase if they have only $14?
I think you're gonna struggle buying a watch. Because this was the cheapest on the market. It was $14.88 plus tax.
So you might need to beg out front For the 88 cents.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if they see you're without a watch, they'll probably be extend sympathy.
Yeah, they might.
Yeah. So, but if you do have north of 1488, I recommend the Armatron WR. I don't even know what this is. Walmart purchase. But I do still like the nerd out. Absolutely.
So why do you buy $14 watches? You didn't answer your own question.
Why? Because there is a, pun intended, freedom in my running when I'm not tied to, not that people who have Garmins and what have you are tied to the gizmos and the segments and whatnot, but I like to just run and not know my mileage. As you've seen on our trip here in Montana, I get amped up with Colin Schultz about the segments.
Yeah.
Let's go get some segments.
Yeah.
I don't have a Strava, so I'm not getting any segments. So I have a affinity towards that, and I don't even not encourage people to nerd out. I just know for me that I like the simplicity of 1488, and the price is right.
It doesn't matter what it is, it's right.
Honestly, it's so right that it's wrong that I would rather pay more.
I've never met a secret cowboy, by the way.
They're rare.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that. I only know of one.
Can you identify secret cowboys when you see them? And how do you know? Are you allowed to say?
You're a secret cowboy.
I don't know. I'm just seeing how good you are.
Wow. Okay. I might even discuss this with the other. I said I only know one. That's a cover up, of course. I know more. I might need to discuss that with them before I divulge our intimate secrets.
So tell us what run free means to you.
This statement is going to sound contradictory to
Everything the company stands for.
no, to everything people think. That's a dramatic statement, but a lot of what people think about running. It might sound contradictory to what the company stands for. I think this defines run free pretty well. It's gonna sound odd, but I've been saying this for years. One of my goals in running, as an athlete, as a coach, is to help people see that running is a crummy god. So when you are running free, which we have to flesh out what that means, you are not running, you are not living for the God of running. And if you are, I don't believe you're running free, and I believe you will be disappointed. And I stand by that. So I want to help people see that there is more beyond this sport. You're talking to an admittedly bona fide running nerd, and I want to nothing but keep grinding. I mean, I want to stay at it. Know the horse that's speaking. This is coming from the horse's mouth. What does it mean to run free? There's a few scriptures that come to mind. 1 Corinthians 9, Paul, he pens, if you're going to box or run, we see those metaphors in the Bible, do it to obtain the prize. The next chapter, 31, he says, so whatever you do, whether you eat or drink, do it all for the glory of God. So am I going to run to obtain the prize? If we're going to box, we're going to do it all out. We are going to...
We're going to knock you out.
Quite literally.
We're going to knock you out.
We're going to do it. We're going to knock you out. We're going to do it all to the glory of God. Yeah. But we're going to knock you out.
Yeah.
And that's good. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Like,
yeah.
I want to toe the line. That's all done to the glory of God. Do great. Excel in what you do. But no. That is for a perishable reason. We work for an imperishable reason. Right? Athens was 04. I can see the picture. Is that when Mev got us over?
Yeah.
I can see the literal wreath on his head. That's like literally plant, grass, whatever, that defines what's perishable. As beautiful as this is, these crops are going to die. That's the wreath that they fashioned. And it's perishable, meaning it's not lasting, it won't sustain, it's not going to provide that satisfaction. We dive in, you and I start working together in October of 2018. And only 6 weeks of training together off of, honestly, I was kind of scared to like really flesh out my log with you, and there was some...
As you should have been.
Yeah, I should really
Looking back at your log, there was not a lot there.
I know.
I had a lot of blank pages.
Here's a true story of what happened. Not mile 23, but mile 9, mile 12, mile 16, I think. I hit some rough patches in the race, And by that I mean I stopped running and started walking or stood still. You might want to do a backflip. Could help warm things up. Here's what was going through my head. Audience of one. That just kept going through my mind because I was having the race of my life. You said just think you're out there on Lake Mary Road, just getting in. We were trying to break 2:25, and I'm on a Olympic trial qualifying pace the whole first half marathon. And yeah, just rolling and feeling phenomenal. And then almost like that, I'm not moving. Literally, I'm cement shoes.
What's going on? Why are you not moving?
Cramping out the wazoo. And
cheese sticks.
The night before. They're great. Don't have them the night before. Don't. Just don't. So I'm dealing with the cheesesteaks, but all before that, I was thinking, how are people going to react to this? That's a human fleshly thought. Like, I'm doing phenomenal.
Well, you know how mad I get when you stop running.
Yeah, right. You were like, you what? You stopped.
I learned this after the race, and I believe I fell to my knees.
I was frustrated that I stopped running, but I needed to as a runner, a marathon runner, not a
keep running. It's your runner.
Yeah,
that's what runners do.
I did need to keep running. I eventually did, but not have this like line of scrimmage. Like let's get after each play and get gritty. I had to be composed. All right, why am I doing this? Am I doing this to, cop the Instagram likes and the cool picture that a lot of people are caught up in? No. Yeah, I mean, you probably have a small sliver, unique scope. You in the elite echelon do actually know what it's like to have
the secret Cowboys.
Are you kidding me? Don't.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
I thought you were supposed to be interviewing me.
Don't tell anyone else.
And you're shining your secrets. Come on, man. This guy. You see the money, the fame, right? The girls, like.
The entourage.
Yeah. You're not in it for the entourage. Except for maybe my dad. That temptation is still there, so I gotta remind myself, who's my audience? My audience is the Lord, the one who shed his blood, such as mosquitoes are doing to us right now. And, oh my bad, the marathon, and this is really my debut primed and ready marathon. The marathon will come with its ups and downs, its left and right, quite literally, but metaphorically too. Like, you'll have moments where you're floating, you'll have moments where you feel like you can't even crawl. I had all those moments where I'm gonna qualify the Olympic trials like prematurely.
Yeah.
To I'm not even moving. It was such a healthy thing actually for me to experience because I had to then go through what you said. And what did you say? You said, don't throw in the towel amidst all that. Like, keep the faith, keep the course.
Yeah.
And
keep running.
Yeah, quite. Yeah, I mean, so I just kept moving, worked him out, came back, stopped, worked him out, came back, stopped, worked him out, got better.
Yeah.
And had a great finish. Yeah. The last 10K.
Yeah. Cool.
So
finishing time.
2:23:17.
That's a nice ring.
It does. Not quite like 14:88.
But you can't run 88.
You can't. So therefore, it does have a good ring. I'm gonna take your question and kind of ask another question, and it's what do you do when you don't get the result you want? Like a similar mentality. Why are you doing this? Why are we doing this sport? I need people like running to ask themselves that question and answer it. There's a bajillion different things. There are many reasons I do it. But if you were doing it just to hit a time, then when you step off the track, and like I had to, and you didn't get your time, you should hang your head. You really should, logically. Like that makes sense if that's why you're doing the sport. That's not why we're here. Because that's not freedom. You're shackled to 2:19:00. Oh man, that's what I'm getting at when I say what a crummy God if you live for it.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Man.
We told a lot of secrets that we shouldn't have told. It's good stuff.
Well,
but
you're welcome in. The Secret Cowboys. So there's one way, Secret Cowboys. And so Ron, I got one question for you. Through this, have you learned how to channel your secret cowboy and do a backflip off the swing?
I have not.
Let's go. Secret cowboy status, look out.
Double secret Cowboys are backwards.
Oh, okay, fair.